specific vision. We weren't going to talk politics because we're going to keep it commercial, and then it becomes out of your control. These artists that he created were developing and growing his company into places that he didn't even think that he could take it.
You can have the greatest assembly line in the world, but people are not cars. And eventually they are going to express themselves outside of the system.
They saw, say, my career or Marvin's career in a certain kind of way, and we said, no, we don't see that. We want to do it differently.
And as far as me and my life, it was just evolving from one step to the next and learning and not being stuck on any idea that didn't make sense. I now have felt that the idea of reflecting the world was not a bad idea at all.
When we were in prison, we appreciated and avidly listened to the sound of Detroit, Motown.
Today, in a time where things are sort of turbulent in the world, the challenge is to again be the loudest bell that you hear ringing that will encourage people to do and be better.
Can't seem to agree on what we all want to hear anymore. And we don't realize that we need music that speaks to our hearts. So we can say, yeah, that's the way I feel.
Over the years, this room has hosted some of the most talented musicians in the world, from classical to country. But Motown is different. Born at a time of so much struggle, so much strife. It taught us that what unites us will always be stronger than what divides us. So today, more than 50 years later, that's the Motown legacy.
You could start something with nothing. It ends up being internationally something. Yeah, it's Motown is a great example of the American dream.
I think the Motown legacy is just the culture. It's part of the culture of the United States. It's not just black culture. It's the country. It's everybody.
It was all a divine movement for a purpose, to let other talented people know you don't have to suffer under the system, create for yourself. And so Motown became a model.
People come from all over this planet to visit this little house, Hitsville, USA in Detroit, because this music made its way across the globe, and this music represented the fabric of their lives in the same way it did for those of us in Detroit.
I celebrate a time and space as a little kid who didn't really understand it, but the older I got, the more I can appreciate how it is a stamp on society that will never, ever be forgotten.
I can't sum up Motown, but I sure am glad to have been part of it. To produce music that can endure past my lifetime. Special.
I would never change that in a million years. I would have done one thing. I would have done it a little slower, so I would have enjoyed it more.
More and more I think about it, I don't know how the hell it happened in the first place. It was magnetic. All that stuff there in one city called Detroit.
Every city, every town, every place, probably on earth, ratio-wise with the talent that we had, has that same amount of talent. They just don't have a Berry Gordy. They don't have somebody who could pull that off.
Yeah, I think the secret,
You're the secret, brother.
oh, thank you, that's great. That's wonderful, man. But I'm just saying, my thing was to bring the best out of other people. Because I couldn't do what you did. I couldn't write as well as you or sing as well as you. But if I make him the best they could be, then I could reach my potential in some way. But all I wanted to do in those days is make some money, make some music, and get some girls.
And you did all that.
Key points that kind of pulled us together, which was very unusual, is we had a company song
Don't ask me to sing it.